All right, what's up, hustlers? So today we're going to talk about turning the business into a math equation. And the way we do that is through the funnel, right? So I went over the system, I did all of that. Now after I erase this board, get us back to a clean state. And every time I do a video, I walk in with my marker and I leave it in the house. So now today we got green because I don't think I got any more in my pockets. All right, so here I got some actual statistics from a client and a campaign that we're running. And I want to break it down on how it works and how you get to turn your business into a math equation. I'm gonna give you real numbers. I'm gonna give you some simple numbers. And I want to show you why a funnel is the best thing that you can do via one landing page because it gives you a concentrated effort. Remember, this is our funnel. Might need to go get a new marker. All right, this is our funnel. And this is an actual physical product, right? And so we got all of the platforms, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook. We got influencers. We got TikTok. Whatever else we can do in order to get people's attention into our business or system, right? And so what we were able to do, we did an influencer campaign that was able to bring let's say this one here is a total of 20,000. It's actually 20,000 YouTube views. And Instagram was 35,000. Right now, from that, we were able to bring 6,500 people to the website and get 10,500 views. Right now, from that, our next call to action. So the first thing is getting them to migrate to the website. The next thing is to get them to fill out an inquiry form. And we were able to today get to 120. This is previous numbers. These numbers here this was 75 from the review of Q1. And it's 20K. I'm sorry, 120, not 120K. 120 from there, right? The last thing is we were able, as of last week, to get one sale, which was around 7K, right? This campaign costed us around, in total, 16K worth of equipment that we delivered to our person to do the advertising. All right, so theoretically, what we're able to do is get a percentage of conversion. Now, this isn't really good as of right now, but we're missing all of this stuff that'll get us into here. We have no education. All we have is a website and traction now. We got step 2. We did step 1. We spent about 8 months or so getting step 1, clarity, figured out. At the beginning of the year, we launched step 2, which is our website. A little bit different from a funnel because it is a full-blown website with a lot of different products on it, which is all simplified through the clarity that we put into it, right? So step 1, clarity. This is where we limited offering. So we went through 100 schools and got it really boiled down to 4 different schools in 3 packages. There may be a total because the products can actually be configured in different ways, but there's probably a total of 15, less than 15 items in total that we got to do. We launched the website. The part that we're missing here is the email and automation. And really, this is the education on the product. This part right here, we're missing flat out, which is going to hinder us and hurt us. Now, the last thing is that we got traffic. So this is what happens when you skip a step. Done, in progress, right? Well, everything done is better than perfect. So they're all work in progress. We got full clarity. We're done here, but we're losing this in here. And what happens is this is our sales process. We have no sales process in place. So what happens is once they make these inquiries, they get one email. And I saw it for the first time yesterday. They get a phone call. If they get 2 phone calls, we're lucky. A salesperson is honestly what's needed because our product now, if we look at our product offering, we started out with a product that we marketed that's worth 20K. And so this may be a 90-day window, but we have no touch points via email, and we have no touch points because there's not going to be a down the line reach out to these customers to see where they are outside of that initial consultation. When you have a higher ticket, it's the buyer cycle may be longer, but everything has a buyer cycle from the day they find out about you to the day that they're ready to purchase, and if you're actively pursuant of what happened. So once we get this inquiry, what is the buyer cycle is something that we're going to figure out. We're going to be able to look at it for this one call with this one person. Now, we haven't, remember what I said, this is our top line. So somewhere between 17 and 20K, or 15 to 20K, I'm sorry. Our midline is somewhere between about 4 to 8K. And then our lower tier is under $1,500. So we got these different tiers. We got these different tiers that we're out to market. We've marketed this. The reason why this number, in my opinion, is so low is because we don't have a true sales process. We got a secretary who can just respond to what they asked about, give them some questions and answers, but we have no content on as a company to back up what they're seeing from the social, right? What ended up happening for us is I created a calendar before, and because this marketing opportunity that we were going to execute on, the timing was so perfect, we jumped ahead to things that should have been done in Q3 and Q4. And so now we're flipping it and we went top down. Now we're going to go bottom up. So the next plan is for me to get this equipment here, which is our mid tier, and then start to bring some traction and attention for something that's already sold. The buyer is a lot less, it's a lot less on the buyer, but really where we want to start is in this range right here. All right, so with this in mind, I just gave you a full working case study here. There's some math. I don't have my other phone. Dallas has it. So there's some math here that could tell you what this conversion rate is, but either way, it's not really, really good, right? Now, let's take a look at the same thing with what would be somewhere around a fair conversion rate, which is around 3%. 3%, you're good. Meaning, if I bring 100 people into my funnel, 3 people become customers. And I'm gonna make a dedicated video on this coming down. Now, let's say we have an average order value or customer value of $500. Doesn't matter what it is. Simple math tells us that 500, if we got a $100,000 goal, $500 will tell us that we are going to need 200 sales in order to meet our goal of $100,000. Now, depending on what you do, this may work out easily for you, right? Depending on how you do it, depending on the service you offer. If you're an MC, the likelihood, or an event host, or the likelihood of doing 200 events in a year, I don't even want to know what that looks like, right? Meaning, if we want to drop this number down here, we need to increase this number, what we're charging. So if we double that to 1,000, we'll need 100 events. That's a lot more doable. That's an event just over every 3.5 days, right? Or if I can get it to, let's say, 2,500, that'll drop us down to 40. I think that's 40. That'll drop us down to 40 events from 200. So we either need to charge more or we need to find a service that will provide us more in what we're doing. So this is 1,500. That means that at 300 people, this will be 9, right? So 300 people I need to get to see and become aware of my product, my service, my business. That'll get me 9 customers. So from there, if I multiply that by 10, 13, I need to bring 3,000 in to get 90. So now I'm able to look at this and say, well, how many people do I need to get in to get to my goal of 100 or 200? In this case, at 500, we need to get to 200. So I need to bring in somewhere near 6,700 people need to become aware of my product. From that, I know I'll get myself closer to 200 customers. That'll bring me closer to this. When you can get to the point where it's a simple math equation, how many people in, what's my conversion rate? All I got to do is do the math. So now all I got to do is go find these things, triggers, right? Y'all know no secret. We're going to find a bunch of influencers that speak directly to our product ideal customer to bring into my funnel. And now we're going to use the system to allow us to migrate them into becoming a customer once they hear about us. So the importance of a funnel is the process of knowing, hey, I need to pour up this amount of people in order to get this number of customers based on the work that I've done in here and the pages that I've built and the emails that I've set up and the content that I've created. I need to bring this many people in to get this many customers out, which is going to help me get to my revenue goals. You got to turn your business into a math equation. And then all you do, once you do it, you focus on how you can get in front of more people and maintaining and perfecting the system with what you're doing here. So it's not that you're not going to have to worry about this, but you got one call to action, and that's to get people to give you their email and their phone number, because you know what's going to happen. You got your welcome email series, just walking them down all the way to the point of becoming a customer, understanding the different conversion factors as far as what's the buying timeline for a customer, and all of that stuff is important. When can you expect them to make a purchase? There's a lot of things that business overcomplicates that I just broke down simply. So if you guys have any questions on this or you want to tap in with me, go to stanbanks.com. Don't forget, Funnel Control is available for you guys. If you have any inquiries about that, I'll put it all in the description down below. Let me know. If you haven't already subscribed, I'm your boy. Remember, everybody needs a stand. Peace.